In this video tutorial, we are going to discuss how to tell quickly the squares of the numbers that end with integer 5. Okay, so first let's see the proof of that shortcut way. Suppose we have a number that ends with the digit 5. It means at the units place we'll have 5. And let's say at the tens place we have a digit that is a. A is a positive integer, it is a variable. Okay, so let's say our number is a5. Now you have to calculate its square. Okay, our number is a5 squared. Now we know that if our number is, let's say we have 15, so we can write it as 10 plus 5, right? And this 10 is actually what? 1 times 10 plus 5. So this one is actually here. Now, if our number is, let's say 25, we can write it as 20 plus 5. This 20 can be written as 2 times 10. 10 is actually what? It's a place value of the tens place. So plus 5. This 2 is actually here. In the same way, if our number is 725, right? Let me take white color. So our number is 725. So this 725 can be written as 720 plus 5, and this 720 can be written as 72 times 10 plus 5. This 72 is here. So can you see the trend here? So same thing we are going to do here, what we are observing here. We can write this a5 as a times 10, right, plus 5 squared, right? Now this is of the form a plus b whole square. Let's say that a times 10 is, let's say that a times 10 is b. Okay, let's denote this with a times 10 with b. So this becomes b plus 5 whole squared. Now this b plus 5 whole squared, we know that a plus b whole squared is given by a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. We know this, right? Or we can say that a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Doesn't matter. We can interchange the position from the property commutativity of addition. So from here, this formula, we get b squared plus 2 times b plus, 2 times b times 5 plus 5 squared. Okay, now this b squared is actually what? A times 10 whole squared. Okay, and this is plus 2 times b is what? A times 10 times 5 plus 25. Okay, now we know that if we have a times b raised to the power x or n, if you want to take n, you can take n. We have discussed all these things. Then this is actually a raised to the power n times b raised to the power n. We have discussed all these properties, so you should know this. So this becomes a squared times 10 squared, right, plus from here you get 2 times a times 10 times 5, I've opened the bracket, plus 25. From here you get 100 a squared, right? This 10 squared becomes 100. So this is a squared times 100 means 100 a squared. We can the commutativity of multiplication, plus this becomes 2 times 10 is 20, times 5 is 100. So this becomes 100A plus 25. From here, if you take out this 100A common, 100A, so this becomes A plus 1 from these two. Let me break them so that you don't get confused, because at your standard it would be a little hard for you. So this is 100A squared plus 100A. So 100 is common, so this becomes 100, and this is A squared plus A, right, plus 25. Now from here, this is 100, this is A squared means what? A times A plus 25. So now this A and 1A from here, so you get 100 A common, and this is A plus 1 plus 25. So this becomes, you can write this as A times A plus 1 times 100. We have just changed the position using commutativity of multiplication, and this is plus 25, right? So this is your formula. This was the proof. Okay, this is your formula. This is a shortcut way to tell what will be the square of a number that ends with 5. So in all these cases, you can see here, in this 15, 1 was A, in this 25, 2 was A, in this 725, 72 was A. Now let's solve some problems based on this. So you have to remember this formula, and let me write it here. So we have A times A plus 1 times 100 plus 25. Okay, so this is our formula. So if you have to calculate 35 squared, now this 35 ends with 5. So what will be A here? A will be 3. Okay, so if you put here, you get 3 times 3 plus 1 times 100 plus 25. You get 3 times 4 times 100 plus 25. Solving this, you get 3 times 4 is 12 times 100 is 1200 plus 25. You get 1225. Let's take another number. Let's say your number is 125. Okay, and you have to find a square. Again, your number ends with the digit 5. So what's A here? A is this 12. So this becomes 12 times 12 plus 1 times 100 plus 25. This becomes 12 times 13 times multiplied by 100 plus 25. Okay, now if you have to solve this one, 12 multiplied by 100, 13, then you can solve it very quickly. This is 12, and if we write this 13 as 10 plus 3, right? And let's close this within the square bracket, and then this is times 100 plus 25. One way is to simply calculate like this, 12 multiplied by 13, but this is much shorter way or quicker way. So this is becomes 12 times 10 plus 12 times 3 and times 100 plus 25. From here you get 120 plus 36 times 100 plus 25, and from here you get 156 times 100 plus 25. From here you get 15600 plus 25. So this gives you 15625. Okay, so if your number is, let's say, 95, in that case your A will be 9. If your number is 205, in that case your A will be 20.